What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with a quick review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel DC Comics Multiverse Collection Connect, the God King Lex Luthor. Here we do have God King Lex Luthor fully assembled. The 6 figures you need for the God King Lex Luthor are Vixen, Gaslight Batman, the Ray, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn, and Spoiler. Once you have all 6 figures, you can make your very own variation of the Super Lex armor, the God King Lex Luthor. So what we're going to do now is take him off the stand and have a very quick look at the God King Lex. So here we have the Lord of Apokolips, or the God King Lex, fully assembled and off the stand, and I have to say this is a really nice figure. Lord of Apokolips Lex Luthor does come with one accessory. He does come with a mother box, which is the Collect and Connect piece, which comes with Harley Quinn. So if you want to have the mother box, you do need Harley Quinn. But other than that, you still need the core 4 figures and then Spoiler for the head. Now, other than that, there's really not much to say about his accessories, so let's move on to his details. So here we have a closer look at the God King Lex Luthor, or Lord of Apokolips Lex. Now, I'm not going to go into detailing on his costume. We went over that with his Lex Luthor, but we're mainly going to be focusing on the head and the pauldrons, because that's the only thing that I need to really talk about. Now, as far as the head goes, it's a really fantastic job. It looks just like the God King Lex Luthor when he was the dark side avatar for a time being. Maybe he's going to continue to be the avatar for Darkseid. Who knows? We'll just have to keep reading the comics. But I really love the crown. It does look like Darkseid's crown, and it does look like Darkseid is starting to corrupt Lex Luthor. So I really do like that. Now, the only thing that I find problematic about the God King is the pauldrons. Now, in the comic, he actually had spikes coming out of his pauldrons. Now, I know they didn't want to give you interchangeable pauldrons. That probably wouldn't have worked out too well. But I still admire the effort giving us an alternate head. It's just one of those things that they didn't have to do, but I'm glad that they did because it gives us more display options. As far as the uniform goes, his armor is done fantastic. The paint is really clean on it. There's just a few errors on mine, especially right down here. The sculpt is really solid, really crisp. Really do love the way this figure came out. And he's really solid. Like, it took me a long time getting the legs and arms in, but that just means it's a really secure fit. So I'm not at all troubled by that. So he's basically the Super Lex Build-A-Figure with an alternate head. Other than that, not much to talk about, so what we're going to do now is compare him to a few other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have the Lord of Apokolips Lex Luthor posed next to DC Multiverse Superman and a Marvel Legends Cyclops. Here we have Lord of Apokolips Lex Luthor posed next to a DC Superheroes Lex Luthor and a DC Universe Classics Superman. And finally, here we have the Lord of Apokolips Lex Luthor posed next to the Lord of Apokolips himself, Darkseid. So with comparisons out of the way, let's run through his articulation really fast. He does have a ball joint in the head, although it doesn't work as good as the Lex Luthor head just because of the additional sculpt on it. No side-to-side pivot, but he does have a hinge. Can't really look up because the crown butts up against it, and can look down just a little bit. He still does turn left and right. Arms go out to about there. Would do a full 360, but they are hindered by the pauldron. He has a bicep swivel, single bend in the elbow, swivel at the wrist. No hinge, unfortunately. Ab crunch, which goes back about that far, forward about that far. Would have a waist swivel, but mine is stuck and I can't get it loose. Legs do go forward and back quite a bit. They go out all the way to the side. Swivel at the thigh, double bend in the knee, no issues there. Has a hinge in the ankle, which goes back and forward, and then forward facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, pretty good figure, especially if you already have the Super Lex. This is just an alternate way to display him. So what we're going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Lord of Apokolips Lex Luthor posed for my final thoughts. Overall, this is a nice addition to my collection. However, because I only have one Super Lex torso, I'm probably going to keep him Super Lex and not display the Lord of Apokolips. If you do have 2 Super Lex bodies, I can definitely see people having both of them on their displays. Unfortunately for me, I'm only going to have one, which is going to be the Super Lex. That's not saying this isn't a bad figure, it's just that it's I don't have the funds to have 2 Super Lex suits. If you do have the funds or you just want to have a Lord of Apokolips Lex Luthor in your collection, this is a really nice figure to have. You do have to track down the head and mother box, which is a Walmart exclusive, seeing as how it comes with Spoiler and Harley Quinn. The base of this figure you can find at Walmart or Target or your local comic book store. I was lucky enough to secure my Super Lex from my local comic book store, so huge shout out to Black Sheep Comics for getting me the base of this figure. And then of course I did get to Spoiler and Harley Quinn off of Walmart. With that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.